Studio Apartment Show. I'm Brian Lee. Tonight I'm joined with young Hippie, Andrew Young, and assisting me, Dane Galloway.
Hello.
He's a good drummer.
Thank you.
You show him the hat and the camera.
Yeah, he has like this hat.
Should they
Check
look
that
at
out.
it? Get used to it.
Yeah,
There you go.
got that in there.
Shameless self-promotion.
Official.
Say, I don't even let him get a chance to breathe. Just plugs.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? Like, how is everybody?
Doing okay.
Yeah,
Oh, it's been a good night. It's been a very good night.
Doing great.
It's nice weather.
Wonderful weather.
Who are you bullshitting?
And
It's,
we
it's
all
about to get
survived.
cold.
We all survived
Oh, yeah.
Hurricane Florence there.
Yep. Survived the hurricane.
We had like 5 feet of flood here, or 5 feet of water over here in Olean.
Where? I didn't see any of it.
Oh, they were boogie boarding and everything.
Wow.
Really?
They don't get you.
Kayaking down the street.
Let's say.
Bull sharks just biting surfers down the street.
You can in Portville when it gets bad enough.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
I took a fucking skateboard ramp down the road the one year. The roads were so flooded.
Get the fuck out.
Fucking
Do you
nuts.
skateboard?
No.
Oh.
No.
I used to.
I'm so bad at
Oh, I
skateboarding.
fucking love
Nah.
skateboarding.
Really?
I used
You
to ride a
skate?
bike.
Yeah. Broke my shoulder last year.
I dislocated my elbow when I was like 12.
I used to ride bikes. I gave it up though. I still like riding bikes.
So you remember I said I was really shitty at intros? I'm already doing it.
No, it's good because
We we don't even know who's who. We don't even know. It's not even-
Who
Well,
are
I'm
you?
Hippie. I'm young Hippie. I'm a producer.
It's something about that spot. Whoever sits there just like knows where to go with it.
Yeah.
okay, so you're a producer.
Correct.
What type of music? Yeah, anything?
Hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Now, do you make your own beats?
Yeah. FL Studio.
What's that?
FL Studio is the
Oh,
DAW I use.
FL Studios.
Digital
Okay.
audio.
Did you plug that on the? Did you look in the camera and say FL Studios?
FL Studios.
Very important.
There's the
Shameless
sponsor right there.
self-promotion.
There's the sponsor, first one. How long you been using FL?
Since 2015.
2015?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, FL Studios is a really good way to get into working with beats electronically,
Yeah.
making music, any sort of music.
Yep.
It's endless.
I believe it was previously called Fruity Loops.
Well, yeah.
Fruity Loops,
Fruity Loops, okay, that's what
absolutely.
it
Yeah.
stands for, right?
Absolutely, Fruity Loops.
That explains the peach.
Best DAW there is.
So,
Icing on the cake.
And Andrew, you're a comedian,
correct.
and you're performing tomorrow night. We
Yeah.
get that right out of the air. Andrew, a comedian, okay,
He's very
on
funny.
a music
In
show.
Olean.
But how many comedians have you
In
ever seen?
Olean.
A lot of people haven't even seen a comedian live. Doesn't that blow your mind as a comedian?
You know, actually, what blows my mind is the amount of etiquette required by a crowd member to attend a comedy show. Because, like, there's rules. You have to be quiet, no cell phones. You usually have to order 2 drinks. Like, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's free. It's 21 and above. You don't have to order 2 drinks. But, like, typically, it's a very strange setting. But yeah,
It's definitely something you should experience once. But it's Don's Friendly Tavern tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
Olean, New York.
only in New York. For those
September 19th.
Andrew Young.
Yeah,
And,
there's a bunch of us out there tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome.
Awesome, yeah, a couple comedians. So if you've never seen a comedian, tomorrow's a good night to fucking try it. Like, try it.
It's free.
It's free.
You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And,
That's the best
and
thing
there's
about
beer.
it.
We usually don't over promote it either because it's a small venue.
Right.
So like it gets overpacked really fast. Then it gets really loud really fast, and then it gets really hard to run a show where one person's
Right.
talking really fast.
Like a first come first serve type deal.
It really is. And then like half the people don't even know it's there, so they walk in and they're just like, "Oh, when did Don's turn into a lesbian coffee bar? Why is there a microphone here?" It's crazy.
People are fucking mean for one of them, like for starters.
Yeah. You gotta get used to it.
But I feel like comedy is like the one where it's like you just brass balls, man.
Yeah.
Really, like for real.
It's the one where it's the only one where like on the internet you can post something and then people can talk shit all day long and you
Right.
never have to look at it. Comedy, it's right there. If you're
Right.
fucking up, they're gonna tell you.
Go hard.
And it sucks.
It's raw. It's awesome.
It's an art form. It really is.
You
Like,
ever had
making
people-
people laugh is one thing, but
Oh yeah, but you'll never
Being-
see it get funding.
No, that's
Do people ever throw
Yeah.
tomatoes?
No. Never no hooks, no tomatoes.
I
Beer
think that is
bottles
a
at
compliment.
times.
Tomatoes
if you-
are pretty good.
ooh, beer bottles.
Depending on who you, oh, dude, you piss off the wrong person, and
Right.
it's not for like a lack of sensitivity, but like you get like, say somebody has a joke that's about, you know, like it's say a dead baby, and somebody had just had like a miscarriage or something like that.
Right.
But people get emotional. They don't. You don't realize you're striking a chord sometimes, which
Mhm.
you are.
It's very easy to offend these days.
Oh yeah, and I'm
2019.
offensive. My jokes are offensive.
Are they?
Oh my god.
They're jokes, so
Yeah.
that's why I enjoy them, because, you know, I mean, it's just to get a laugh out of it.
Would you mind telling a joke? I don't know if that's not.
I fucking love when people do that.
Please.
Really? No, comedians hate that.
Really?
Yeah. But okay, all right. Yeah, totally. Give me a few minutes. Let me think of one, but
Okay.
we'll get to it.
Sure.
Yeah. Jokes are fun, man.
They are. They really are. It's.
It all started off at the lunch table, I bet, in high school, right?
No,
Just bullshitting?
no. It started off in the classroom, getting kicked out all the time.
That's what I was, a class clown.
Yeah, that's where it started, and that's where, honestly, that's where I got my chops in dealing with hecklers, because I didn't like the teacher. They kind of had this predisposition with me because I was a legacy. My brother and sister didn't do so well. They pissed off some teachers, so the
Right.
teacher's like, "Oh fuck, here's the third one."
Oh yeah.
So I was like, "All right, I'll just soak it all in and do it." And so engaging with them really kind of helped carve that out.
Makes sense.
How's it going, hippie?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Wonderful, beautiful night
I'm
here in
doing
Olean,
good.
New York.
Oh, you're talking about that hippie.
Yeah. This is young hippie.
Not Skippy, Hippie.
Oh.
So I'm curious because we've messed around with some things and it's gotten really fucking weird. Good, but weird. So like, what are you working on right now? Like, what would you
Kurt?
describe what like you're working on?
I want to come out with a beat tape, which will have like 20 tight beats. It'll be a certain producer that I will basically make a beat about. Like, it's a tight beat, you know what I mean? So like, say like, okay, like, you know, like Dr. Dre, like, you know, everybody's heard of Dr. Dre.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a tight beat like that. Sometimes they'll do those,
Everybody needs
but
a doctor.
I'm more into like modern production.
Okay.
So like kind of like trap music and stuff like that.
Like slower beat, like slower tempo, like.
I mean, I kind of like it fast. Like 150, 160 would be a good.
There we go.
tempo.
Okay. Stop slow. I like the '90s, man. I like.
Yeah, those are nice. I
Right.
like making those
Yeah, yeah.
boom bap type beats and stuff like that.
And you said you're not only writing, because I know you're a writer also.
Mhm.
I think everybody in the room actually.
What kind?
is.
What kind of lyrical?
Lyrical, yeah.
And you're gonna be rapping, singing, so we're doing vocals.
Yeah,
eventually, right?
yeah, yep.
That's cool, man. It's always.
I gotta get a mic and just practice a little bit.
What do you have? You got beats. You have originals. You have stuff already down.
Oh yeah, I've got plenty of beats.
Are you running it off your computer?
Yeah.
So record yourself on your phone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I could do that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of like worried about what people are gonna think about it and stuff.
Oh,
Of course you are.
Yeah.
That's what. Have you ever released anything of your own before?
Hmm?
Have you ever released anything of your own before?
No.
It's hard to do it first. Man.
Yeah.
I've done it for years. It's hard.
It is, and I was like, I kind of had like
You know,
butterflies. It's like going on stage.
Yeah.
It really, like the first
get
time
it.
you ever get up in front of somebody, you get nervous.
Yeah,
I don't
you're-
care
you're
if
well,
you're a
spoken
okay,
with
singer,
something.
if you're a
that's-
comedian, if you're
you
a
know,
I
drummer.
did do a show in Pittsburgh, and this was.
And you
know,
literally
about
have
month
to
and
have a
half
couple
ago,
shots to mellow you out in
basically.
order to finish the
And
night.
it was pretty nervous. I got up there and like I was just shaking, man. I was.
Oh yeah.
But like once I like I was up there with one of my buddies. You know, he sang on my beats and like rapped and shit. So like we're doing our thing and like that's all it really was. Like once I got up there and started feeling it a little bit, and the crowd loved us. So
Nice.
You know, got
That's
really
good.
into
It's
it.
got to kind
Hell
of be
yeah.
warm up.
Remember that dry mouth feeling at the beginning you'd get?
Oh,
like
yeah.
at the, like you
Oh,
get nervous
yeah.
and you go straight to dry mouth, and no
Yeah.
matter how much water you drink.
Every show I have at
yeah.
least like
Wouldn't
5
get
or
better.
6
a
of
lot
those
of
big,
like sweat,
like a
palm
half
sweat,
gallon of
shit
water.
like that.
I have them lined right up for me.
Just-
when I'm
Yeah.
playing.
It's the
Exactly.
anxiety that really takes it
For
over.
sure.
No, I've got this theory. I think garbage bags are a metaphor for dicks, and that's why the black ones are bigger.
That makes sense.
I told you I was gonna drop a joke somewhere.
They're more
I've
rugged.
I've said it as white ones are smaller. It doesn't have that same punch.
Right.
Plus,
It-
black people,
it
they
hits
love
home,
that joke.
Right? It hits home. I was like,
Then I tell them out like in the audience because anytime I tell that joke with a black person in the audience, they fucking love it. And then I tell the white people, I say, go tell that joke to any black person you ever know. You will become their best friend in the whole world. And then I repeat the joke. Anyways, there you go. There's my one joke.
you don't have to limit to one. Just keep them coming as you feel comfortable.
It's taking off.
I don't.
Man.
I don't wanna like hinder. Like if it's flowing, just
Let it go.
you let
Freestyle,
us know.
man.
You let us know. Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
freestyle.
If you
Put
can
on a
throw
beat.
some beats, you guys can do
Yeah.
some beatboxing while he's singing.
Listen, you don't want me to rip out these wicked ass rhymes.
Now, if you guys didn't notice, we actually have a fifth in our presence right now.
She was a runner-up for president.
It'd be Miss Hillary Clinton, right? That'd be the proper way to address her. How would you
Miss.
address her?
Madam.
Hillary Clinton, you should do that.
Madam lady.
Hillary or Hillary?
What was the Hillary? Calling her Hillary
Hillary.
to her face would be funny.
She'd love
Like,
it.
I wonder if anyone's done that. I wonder if she's
I'm not
just
the
trying to-
cruel type. I don't know. I'm nice. I'm nice to everybody.
I try to do though.
I don't have ill will toward anybody. Except, you know what? Motherfucking, there's this one specific type of people that I fucking can't stand.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know. Right now, I'm trying to think of. I wish Uriel was here so I could point it at him, but he can't. So
He's
Take
really
it
good at
away.
explaining.
Flop on
explaining
it.
things. Hey Yuri. Just say
Hello.
hi to Yuri.
That's where I go to my other source
Can't wait
material.
to meet
When
you.
Yuri's around, I love hitting
He's
Yuri.
a genius. He really is. And
That's where I
told
go
him-
to. Is like, there's only one type of people I can't stand, and that's where I flip it to a Jew joke. I'm like, Yuri, because I'm, like I said, I'm Jewish,
Right.
not practicing, but so then like everyone's like, fuck, God, because then I go to like okay, here's one of my other jokes, and I fucking wrote this, and I saw it on the internet after I said it 2 weeks, like 2 weeks after I said it.
Somebody stole your ideas, huh?
It was okay, so it's like the whole Jewish thing was like I would consider converting, going full time, when I was a couple of years ago, but
Really?
when I was going through the process, I didn't pass the credit check, and then it stems off to a whole bunch of like, oh, then I don't got to go get circumcised, and I don't got to go do this, and like it was just like a whole bunch of just stupid rants. But I loved it when Yuri was around. He's like, hey Yuri, like. It's just like to pinpoint him out.
He's a dangerous one to pick on though, because you never know what's like.
He spits it right back at
Oh
you.
yeah.
doesn't he?
he's-
Oh, absolutely. And I wouldn't give it to him if he couldn't either.
Right.
Absolutely not.
He's a mentor for sure. That's like. I had him up at my place when I lived in Hinsdale. I believe before and after Pensick, when we were doing stuff in Hinsdale. Because he's my kids love him for one.
Yeah.
And he's
all kids love him.
He's
Yeah.
just a great dude, and like just being around him, you learn so much. It's fucking incredible. That's why I call him a mentor. It's just one of those that's like, hey, you know this, and he knows that you're gonna, you're not, whatever. You actually listen because you're receptive. And he's just so informative.
Yeah.
I don't even
Love
know who
Yuri.
he is.
You'll meet him.
You'll meet him.
He's gonna be on the show in a couple weeks, I hope. Yuri.
Is he a comedian too?
Yeah,
I
I'll
can't
get
wait
him
to
out.
see him. I
Actually,
can't wait to meet him.
we're gonna do a
Like
Don
a
show next
Average,
month. I'll probably
down to
put him
earth
on it.
dude.
So
Hey.
how long have you been a comedian for?
A couple years, like 2 years now, barely. But
How
it's
many
like
shows?
I always wanted to be though. I've always been writing. I've always written. So
Right.
I go to school for writing anyway. So
Okay.
Nice.
What do you-
I
what do you go
went
to
to
school?
school for like almost 13 years for writing. I still can't figure it out.
for what?
Writing.
Really?
Literature.
No shit.
Oh yeah, I can't spell it for shit.
Autocorrect.
I have like marginal
Right.
mechanics. My mechanics are always shoddy because I'm always like, oh, I just want to get it out. I want to write it. I want to get it. And then I'll go through do my draft, but like it'll still just be so because I have ADD terribly. Like before I came here, so I texted you. I was like, okay, man, I'll be leaving the house in like an hour. And then 2 minutes later, my kid's like, oh, Jurassic Park. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Jurassic Park. So I'm literally in the car. I go to the movie theater to get popcorn, snacks, all this shit. I'm like, woo, Jurassic Park. I'm like, fuck, I gotta go. Well, not to make you feel bad, but I was like, that's
I
just how
do
my
feel bad. I made you miss
I'm
Jurassic Park.
always
Oh
trying to
no,
fight
we're
for
no, we're
everything.
still gonna it's fine. Oh, we're still gonna because we're watching all of them.
Oh my gosh, man, they're
Yeah,
so good.
so like that's just how it is.
Do you ever like sit down and write and like feel like oh, that's not a good one, and then you just toss it to the side, and then you'll save it for another day to look at or something like that?
Maybe sometimes, like actually what I find myself doing more is being caught up in a moment and being like, oh my god, this is so funny, writing it down.
Yeah.
Because like I keep everything on my,
Oh.
I have whiteboards all over my house. Like I have my like a dry erase of it all the time.
That's awesome.
So
Do you ever sniff it?
so
I was just
I like-
like, it's bad. You don't do that.
I'll be in the moment writing a joke. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fucking great. It's gonna
Sure.
kill. And I'll go back to it the next day. And I'm like, that is the dumbest piece of shit fucking idea I've ever had. And wipe it off and just
Mhm.
forget about it completely. And then
I've learned that's bad though.
what's that?
Like just erasing them.
It is.
I
It
have
is.
so many because I write too, and I have so many songs that's literally right now 2.5 or 3 lines. It's not even a complete verse. I was like, I like the way that.
Oh,
riff sounds,
totally.
so
Yeah. And
I just
because
save them.
With
Like,
a song, you're
like
also
dictionary.
telling a story with that
Right.
song. So you're not
I've probably
just,
got like 40 songs written. They're probably the best 15 seconds you'd ever hear in your life.
the story of my sex life.
See, some of my problem is so like when I'm sitting down and I'm making a beat, like it's basically all about the mood. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
and-
absolutely.
So like
I feel you, man. I'm a drummer as well.
I'm making a beat, and then all of a sudden, like I'll have this like other idea in my head, and I'll save that project and then work on another one. So that's like something I gotta like start working on is like being more,
The artistic ADD.
yeah,
Yeah.
like just like I gotta be
But-
more consistent with it. Like once I start something, finish it instead
Oh,
of like putting it aside.
But don't ever let that idea go to the other idea go to the side. Like, just make sure that you set aside the time to get back to what you're
Yeah,
doing the first
exactly.
time.
Yeah, that's what I gotta work on too.
Oh.
Plus, work's got me all messed up, and
Oh,
like
As humans, the hardest thing for us to do, literally, like the number one thing is to follow up on shit. Like it's the number one, like whether it's to fucking call somebody or go do something. It's like because we're procrastinating.
Yeah.
My work
creatures
schedule
of habit.
got me so
Yeah.
messed up. I don't
For
even know
sure.
what day of the week it is anymore.
All right, guys, this has been a lot of fun. So, okay, enough about me. You're also talking. Are you a regular on this?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys co-hosts?
We've talked about it.
Yeah.
We kind of just wanted to see how it was going to go and
You
start
get a
it.
fun
you
format.
know.
I mean, I don't see why you
Right.
wouldn't.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just
What about you?
I'm just a weird guy on drum set.
No, this is like Conan, dude. This is like fucking. We got the jazz
Dude,
in
right.
the back.
Give us a quick mood real quick.
Hey, what time?
Yes,
Let's see,
move.
what time is it? Guess what? 9:09. Is that a good time? I don't know.
9:09. It's
It's been a
9:09.
long time since I
Oh
wrote.
no, that's wonderful. I'm gonna let it bogey. He's gonna set a mood, and then we're gonna
Group me.
throw a message. Yeah, Hillary, I had to do it. I had to like fill this side of the wall because my single backdrop is so fucking just on.
You know what?
point.
Can I tell you what the funniest thing about that her loss was?
So,
Was watching how excited John Bon Jovi was on her plane. Like he's like, oh shit, we got this win, playing his guitar and stuff, and then it's like lost. Aww, just like deflated. Like, all right, walking off the plane with his guitar.
I guess we're moving back to Canada.
damn it, Bon
New
Jovi.
Jersey.
I know.
Oh.
Hey, you let us know when that mood's ready.
That move.
I have some just general questions I wanted to ask you guys. I wanted to know, for one, both sides of the coin here, who your inspirations were. So for you, who's the producer or the artist you look to?
Okay, I'm gonna go a little off topic, but I'm gonna follow.
Sure.
So basically, when I was younger, I just always loved music growing up, and it just clicked and when I was in school, I was probably like 10th, 11th grade. I was like starting to listen to the sounds of the music and instead of the vocals, because like a lot of the vocals nowadays are kind of shitty,
Right.
But like I just like making the sound because it just. But anyways,
It's the
like
backbone.
It sets
man.
the mood.
it's what
That's
makes
what
the
makes the
song.
song.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. So basically, right now, like if I had to say my inspiration for music, it would definitely be Metro Boomin. Like he's just, I don't know, something about him. He came out of nowhere. He was actually going to college. He was from St. Louis, moved to Atlanta. I know a lot about him. So, but like,
I
he
actually-
dropped out of college to make beats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, right now, what I'm trying to do is get the hell out of Olean, and I want to move to Austin, Texas.
It's music capital
Yeah.
of the fucking country right now.
Yep, that's
In
where I'm
order to
going.
experience it, you gotta experience
Dude,
it.
Yeah.
Austin's
Austin
pretty
is
nice
so
place,
fucking
too.
incredible. And
I
I've
wish
got
you the best of luck on your journey, man.
endless
Thank
friends
you.
down there.
Cool.
Endless hookups.
I got a friend down there too.
There you go.
Yeah, it's already.
Oh, Austin is amazing.
So you said he
Jesus Christ.
dropped out and all that, and he's made it now. He's,
Yeah, oh
he's
yeah,
produced a lot of big.
Yeah, once he moved to Atlanta, which is a pretty big trap scene, he was still in like his dorm room just making beats.
Right.
And like he just said fuck school and like really went into it and started going to venues and handing out,
Just doing it.
grinding
solo
dudes,
stuff,
fucking
yeah.
handing it out
Yeah,
for
that's-
free, selling it for
it's
what
a
you
big
can.
inspiration for me.
Fuck yeah, dude.
There's
Yeah.
nothing like selling.
And there's another guy, like if I can mention him, Murda Beats. He's actually from Fort Erie, Ontario, so it's kind of like a local thing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And he's
He's right on the
Yeah.
lake there.
he's one of the top producers right now. Easy.
I'd really like to go to Buffalo. Like, there's a lot happening in Buffalo. There's
The music
a
scene's
couple
heavy
different
up there.
scenes. Yeah.
Even comedy, there's a lot more up there than. I mean, it's probably the closest you can go. I mean, there's Erie too. Erie has a little bit.
It used to be really big around here, and I want to get back to that. I don't know if you guys have a lot of like local inspirations, but I want to talk about that too.
Oh yeah,
who for
growing
you
up I
is
did.
who for you is your that's what I'm saying. The growing up, the scene around here was wonderful, wasn't it?
There were some people that really stuck out, yeah. Like who was that? Dog Day Sunrise used to be around here.
Yeah.
They're still there.
Everybody
They're back.
used to be there.
They're
Back,
making a new album.
right?
There you go. I remember seeing them over in Gargoyle Park with Dope and a bunch of locals. Like, one of the dudes still beating up around here
Well, like
too.
0.1 or Anxiety
I've played with 0.1
Have you?
out in like Boonies, Pennsylvania back in 2004, 2003.
That's cool.
Oh.
So who's your professional inspiration as a comedian?
It's evolved.
Okay.
Through my life, it started out as Jim Carrey because like all his
Oh,
movies,
yeah.
Ace Ventura, Dumb and Dumber. I was like, okay,
Doug
this is
Carey,
my fucking guy.
He's awesome.
Right.
Me, myself, and I.
Dude, me, myself, and I
He's
read
an
all
actor.
of them, and I was like,
Cable guy.
yeah, even the creepy fucking cable guy. Like it started with Jim Carrey, and it was like everything Jim Carrey, and then in my like when I started growing up, it was like more like Dane Cook was getting popular, so I was like, oh,
Right.
Dane and Louie, and like all those guys. Doug Stanhope. I think Doug Stanhope's probably my number one favorite, and you probably don't know,
I
but
don't
he's
think I've heard of him. I don't think I've heard of him.
famous road comedian.
What's his name again?
Doug Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope.
Doug.
Doug Stanhope. Doug.
Refused to
Doug.
sell out, refused the corporate life. Like it was like, because he could have
Went higher.
done
A lot more.
Yeah, like he's got so much.
So he more wanted to be like.
It was the artist.
He
He's
wanted,
an artist.
yeah. He wanted. Did he want to be like more like his own boss instead of
Exactly.
instead of being ran
Exactly,
by,
not some corporate puppet. He
Yeah.
bought a shitty house in Bisbee, Arizona, for a couple $1,000, renovated it, made it super nice. Doesn't owe anybody fucking money. Doesn't owe anybody shit. And he just gets to tour the country with his wife.
Yeah.
And
Live
I think
life.
he's even retired. He just recently retired. He's touring on a book now.
Awesome.
But like he lived the fucking life he wanted, and I love it.
He's
It's
living.
freaking-
He's
Yeah, that's
living
awesome.
life.
Right.
Not
Living
a lot
and
of
not
people get
answering
to do
it,
that.
Like, what's the point of? It's the same thing with music. That's why I really wanted to have you on. It's being
Yeah.
a musician because they're parallel, and it's like,
Well, yeah, I
you
went from
see
the
so
music
many
scene
sell
to
their soul.
comedy.
Yeah, right.
So like, yeah, they are.
You see so
so
many sell their
parallel.
soul. So what's more important?
Mhm.
I guess that's the whole point of it.
But I-
supporting the local talent.
I'll say, and like when I was in music, my whole thing was like, my whole thing was like, the big time, make it, because that seems like the best thing ever.
Right.
It seems like the coolest life ever. When I went over to comedy, it was literally just like, hey, this is where you're supposed to be. So like, stop worrying about everything else, just do what you're doing. And
Okay.
that's where I knew I was where I'm supposed to be rather than music.
Yeah, I can kind of relate to that, definitely. I feel like music is definitely where I want to be, making music. Like, I mean, before I was like trying to find myself, like, oh, I wanted to be a weatherman, you know, since I was a kid. I was like, I was going to do this, and then,
Shit.
and I really didn't like it that much because it was too complicated, I guess. I just didn't really like school in general.
Right.
Like,
Well, the education system's
I
fucked.
think most of us probably agree on that.
I really
It's
wanna-
not like school too much.
I really want to make
Some
this
of it
point.
was cool.
It's
Here's my-
capitalization of
my-
higher education.
Yeah.
It is. My buddy explained this
They
point
don't-
to me. If you look at school and how long ago this concept of our modern education system's been around, it's just a factory job. You got bells, you got timers, you sit in a chair, you do what you're told, and it's like you look at the Germans and a lot of the Europeans, like everyone fears socialist policies because it's, you know, labeled on socialism. No one can find a fucking moderate approach to anything. But the Germans are spending a lot of time outside. This is how you fucking grow things. These are
That's
fucking
why-
trees.
Exactly.
That's
like,
why we homeschool our kids.
Exactly.
We don't.
It should
we
be.
don't-
You
I
know
like.
what I mean?
I go to school. I work for big people, but like, I love the simple life. Get outside and go live. And
I
You're
feel like
right.
that should definitely be a part of school is gardening. Learning how
Prepare
to grow your
yourself
own
for
food.
life.
And that's
when you
just
get
the
Knowing
tip
how
of
to,
the
how to
iceberg.
get
When
a
you
loan
get to
from
the
the
age,
bank,
you'll know how to
build
survive
your credit,
life.
But they
stuff
don't
like
see it
that,
as that.
you know what I mean?
It's it fit
Even
well
banks
into the
are bad.
consumer society so well. It's just been okay. Well, they're just gonna get out, go bell to bell, do their thing, punch out, go home. Can't afford to actually do their thing. But
And then they got to do
you know.
homework when they're at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And taxes, like the taxes in this country, I
Like a
don't know.
9 to
It's-
5, man.
The
They're
Eventually
they're
they'll
hate to
letting
get
you-
too political, but
the
They're
levies
getting
will
you-
balance eventually, and there will be stability. But it's gonna take a lot of fucking
it
work.
does change.
Oh,
things.
Everyone's hitting really hard on on either the right side or the left side. Like right side, we're gonna plummet into hell, blah blah blah. And the
Yep.
left's the right's gonna kill us, and fucking
Right.
Donald Trump's gonna decapitate us all and deport all the Mexicans. Like it's just like everybody like chill the fuck out, get outside, go live life, get off your computer for a minute, and go learn.
And politics are like it's good to be involved in politics, but it's such a long term thing. You can't dwell on it. If it becomes your everyday like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, if there's
like
nothing
what
you
are
can
you
do
living
about
for?
it,
Like you said,
why worry
it's,
about it?
it's obnoxious and it's extreme. Extremist what fucking can talk on both sides. I think it's really the media to blame. There's no unbiased. This is what
Fake
actually
news,
happened. You
a lot
make
of
your
fake
own.
news.
So I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but like a lot of people are just existing now. They're not living. They're existing in that created environment.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And you know, local musicians, local comedians, local talent. That's what's going around you. Like while you're sitting at home, dreading these extremist views, the world's occurring around you.
Well, like for instance, like they could see your locally. They'll see your ad and they'll be like, Twin Tiers. Oh, local talent. Oh fuck, we give a fuck about local talent. We got this going on.
Exactly.
Or like,
Why
and that's
why
the
go
sad
spend $5 when I can sit at home and watch TV?
thing. Free show at Dawn's tomorrow. Ah, fuck. I get to get out of my house. Fuck
To
that.
socialize. Oh my
I don't
God.
want to go out and buy a beer.
That's the world we live in. And you
Yeah.
got. I refuse that world
Owns
in a
it.
lot of ways. But
It's nice. I like having like everybody know that sane likes having that one thing a week. It's just like, hey, let's do this next week.
You
Let's
know what's-
fucking go, get out.
You know, there's a video I really want to show everybody here, like maybe after the podcast or whatever.
Oh, definitely, man.
But it's a speech by Harvey. I forgot the guy's first name, but it was like from 1961 or something, and pretty much tells the future, like to a T, man, like to a fucking T. It's
Really?
insane.
we're talking about
It's
when they were
scary as
reading
fuck.
1984.
No, it was like 1960s.
No, when they were reading the book 1984 by.
No.
Okay.
Nope. It's called something the devil
That's when
or
they get
something like that.
okay. gets misquoted all the time. And
1984
Orwell.
is so relevant.
The 1984, yeah, but it gets so fucking blown out of context. It's not even fun.
It is. You
Yeah,
know what else
have you
is-
read Orwell? Have you read it?
It's been since high school, but we did cover it. We did read it.
I did a recent reread of it. And
Did you?
It's so blown out of context in these days. It's fucking bullshit.
That's something else people don't do is read, and it's astonishing, isn't it?
Well, my podcast. It's based around reading.
You have a podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's something I fuck around with, like,
Okay.
until I figure out what the actual point of it is. But yeah.
Well, throw your plug at any time,
Which,
by all means.
oh, I don't have plug.
Circuit City.
But that's literally, it's just based around reading. It's taking scripts from movies we like Dumb and Dumber,
Right.
and for instance, that's the last one we did, and like going through the script and being like, holy fuck, that never made it into the movie. Why? And like, have you seen
Okay.
Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you know when he's like, when at the very beginning when he's like, let's throw another shrimp on the Barbie,
Yeah.
and she's
Yeah.
like, let's not, and then he just drives off.
Yeah.
In the fucking script, it's she's like, let's not, and then he's like, guess I won't be going down under tonight, and then he fucking crawls back under, like, just like that shit nobody ever fucking knew. It's like, why didn't that make it into the
Right.
movie?
That's the punchline.
Yeah.
That
You
exactly.
talking about their
Who
director's
did,
cuts
like-
and outtakes?
Well, it's
The
the Farrelly
bureaucracy.
brothers.
It's
Yeah.
the bureaucracy.
The director
directors.
cuts.
Was it on like the
They cut
extras
out
or whatever?
movie.
Well, no, because everything's based around budget,
Right.
and everything like in a movie, for instance, is plot. If one specific thing doesn't drive the plot forward, they won't use it.
True.
It's terrible.
It's economy of time, words. It's just everything.
You guys are familiar with the movie The Patriot, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's obviously a little over the
No,
top
makes
at times.
sense.
Not accurate at all, which we need more of. But there was an extended cut that I watched, and it was so much more to the movie than it's a movie I
in
grew up
reality.
watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they took the good parts out and twisted the movie basically.
No, and it's not that. There's a lot of good parts in the movie that they just were like, fuck, what? It's not.
It's weird that they changed his name. It's based around because they called him the Ghost or something like that, or
In the movie, yeah.
like. But it was based around Francis Marin, and they used to call him the Swamp Fox.
Swamp Fox,
It,
right?
it was about
That
his
was his
battle
name.
between Bannister Tarleton, Francis Marin.
Okay.
Bannister Tarleton, the guy that shot his son in the movie.
Yeah, the actual.
Yeah.
Talking about the actual English colonel.
Yeah.
Right.
So like that, all that is real to
Yeah,
a
yeah.
very large extent, but they don't talk about how Daniel Morgan intervened in the Battle of Cowpens. They don't give enough fucking levity to the French about coming into Virginia. You know they.
And I hate that because I actually have a battlefield atlas that every time I have a historian or a friend come over that is into history, it's one of the first books I show them because it breaks it down. Then you have the actual battlefield atlas, so it's like you can actually see why things happened.
So you probably have the Battle of Antietam. I bet you nobody knows the Battle of Antietam.
That I have a Civil War book.
Yeah, it's Civil War. It is Civil War. It's there was this. It's the
Oh, I thought we were talking. I thought we were talking.
that was
about
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary,
Well,
right.
Swamp Fox Revolutionary.
Right.
Yeah.
Civil War and
Civil War,
Antietam.
Antietam.
Yeah. So I'm kind of Civil War buff.
Yeah.
I love I don't love it. It's weird. Isn't it weird that people are drawn to the conflict? Like, oh man, what's your favorite war? Isn't that weird that
Yeah,
everybody's
it's-
got a favorite war?
I
World
mean,
War II,
a
yeah.
lot of like
20th century is
wars
my
all,
favorite.
always
You think
been
about it.
World War II.
War has always been about money.
It's appealing naturally, which is fucked up. But when
It's all
you look
hate.
at it, it's kind of a morbid question, honestly. It's
Money
like-
and religious thoughts.
Yeah.
Basically.
But the Civil War is definitely an
of the
appealing one
wars are on
because it's
religion.
so fucking close to home.
Well, it was the Emancipation Proclamation, but a lot of people think it was just about slavery, like people wanting to fight slavery over non-slavery, and it was really. I live in the South. It's fucking. I got service to do because this is my life. It sucks, so I'm gonna go in the military and serve the South. It was never always just about like I ideally promote slavery or I don't.
Right.
It was just like, or like the Southern women used to harass young men if they wouldn't join, and they would be like, hey, I'm pretty sure the women over here are gonna be joining soon, so don't worry about it. So like they would join because of that. People don't understand the true history behind it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's been whitewashed.
Oh, yeah.
Like I've been called a racist,
I mean, there was
and all
even young
kinds of things
kids
because
that
my
were in the
stance on it.
Civil
But I was
War.
born in North Carolina. I lived there for a bit. I've got a lot of the southern side of it. And
Yeah.
It's not the same story. You look at a lot of the North and the people that died. were Irish immigrants. You didn't have 100% patriots coming through to fight for slavery.
Correct.
A lot of it was, hey, you want to be a citizen? There's the military.
Yeah, and
There's like a lot. It's not as black and white as
It's-
people.
you're-
It's a fucked up way to say it, but it's not as
I
black and
agree.
white as it said.
when I learned it in high school, I learned it here in Elkinville.
Right.
And when I learned it in college, I learned it in Virginia. Literally on the final battlegrounds where Jubal Early fought his final
Okay.
battles. On like this college was on the battlegrounds in Middleton, Virginia. And that's where I learned my second version of the Civil War. And like, oh, that makes way more sense.
learned the
Like,
war of
obviously,
Northern
Lee
aggression.
lost, but
Yep.
you learn how he lost and why he lost. It was
This
a
is a
fucking
little-
technicality.
Yeah.
It was sort of a technicality. I mean,
You're right.
It's such a touchy
Technical difficulty.
subject, and it's like it shouldn't be. You should be able to discuss it in an open forum and have an educated debate about it, because that's the only way you're going to get any growth.
It's history, man.
And it's like the victor always, is slavery bad? Yeah, everyone knows that. So let's picture we're all Southerners in 1860. Are you going to go fight for the aristocracy? Are you going to go fight for the fucking rich asshole slaves? Like, why are you going to go get shot for his property? So right there should make you question something.
well, you don't just have that too. You also have
So many
loyalty.
lives
Like
lost.
if your family lives in the South, you're not going to go fight for the North against them.
Right.
Certainly,
Even
but
if you
you're
do,
not
ideally,
going to...
because you're going to have that cognitive dissonance where you're going to be like, well, I don't really agree with it, but I'm
I
gonna
don't
do
believe it
anyways.
was 100% about slavery. Because
Oh, what?
if you look at
Well-
it from Abraham Lincoln's perspective, if the South is forming their own country off the bat, I'm going to send those pamphlets down there and say, hey, you're free. Slavery's fucked up. You're free. Get north. You know what I mean? That right there cuts the Southern economy. Bam. You don't even need a blockade at that point.
Well, there was a
They're
couple
just
other ways
done.
they did it. I think they
But
I
it-
think it was another
it-
cheeky
I
way
don't
they
think
did
it was
by
the
overtaxing
initial-
whiskey in Virginia.
The initial reason for it.
Mhm.
Like, slavery was on a decline.
It was the
Statistically,
Emancipation Proclamation.
no, I mean before that. If
Okay.
you look at it,
They
the
started-
industrialization of the South was taking place. It was happening, but not very fast.
I don't know that much about that.
And what it
so
was
I
is
don't-
the radicals, pushing the propaganda. Oh, they're going to come take the slaves. They're going to free the slaves and fuck the South's economy. That's not what was going to happen. But in the North, you have a different side of things, like pushing other ambitions other than the slaves. Because if you look after the slaves were freed, they didn't really have it any better.
Well, you have
there
the
was
Free
no-
Fist law. I mean,
There was not even that, but
They
there was.
were on their own.
I hate to even back slavery, but if you look at it, a lot of the slaves were, they had a roof over their head. Okay, when they were freed, they didn't have that. They couldn't have jobs. They weren't allowed to own property.
Yeah, and that went all the way up to
So it was-
Rosa
it
Parks
was-
and all that shit.
It was just a clusterfuck
It
from
was
day
gonna be-
one.
it was a nightmare.
I mean, it was destined to be a clusterfuck. You're literally
You know what I mean?
freeing enslaved people.
And
You know what
I
they
think the
make?
main issue is the Christian backing of it. Like God will free the slaves if you want them. That was the main ideology in the South.
Well,
That's where the blame should be put.
That's where the Bible Belt is too.
It's
Think
not
about
the
a lot
white
of
people.
before
It's
that
the
was
fucking
when the Spanish came over and the requirements.
ideology.
You know what's funny? Okay, so my first job ever, I was living in North Carolina, and I was working at Burger King. And this lady said, "Put a little pep in your step." I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" She's like, "Put a little pep in your step," and everybody's like, "Put a little pep in your step," and then I was like, "You know what? Don't forget who won the fucking Civil War."
I'm probably
They all
gonna.
looked at me, they were
This is
so
gonna go
pissed.
viral now. I'm gonna be
Uh-oh.
called a racist again for supporting, a different story other than we did it because of
I
slavery.
mean, it's all
We're
it's all
heroes,
opinions,
and it's
really.
like what?
Well,
That's not how it went down. That's my position.
Yeah.
Like, tell the fucking truth.
Mhm.
Slavery's
well,
wrong.
the thing is, how are you ever going to
This
get?
is what happened.
The
Actually,
only way you could really get the truth, anybody has access to it, because all you have to do is go to the National Archives.
right?
You can go there and you can read anything about anybody. Like, there's like when you talk about like when Washington, when he got voted in, as the first president, and
Right.
he did that whole humble speech of I don't want this, and I don't think I'm really fit for this.
Right.
It was just his way of being like, hell yeah, I want it, but like if I say that I don't really want this and I lose,
Yeah,
and I
they
can be
were
like, hey
afraid of
guys, I
him.
said I didn't want it. But then I read the letters that he wrote to his wife, and then you hear a different tone. It's like, oh honey, they really want me to do this, like blah blah blah. So I guess I have to. Like,
Yeah.
No offense, but I think George Washington was very bitch made in a lot of ways.
I mean, the founding fathers weren't really that great of people.
No, they weren't. They were all slave owners. They're
Yeah.
like I said. I'm not backing the South in any way.
No.
Like
no,
you gotta
but
support
if
your
there's
home.
going to be a fact, you need to actually bring them to the table
You know,
and provide fact. That's it.
and that's what it is because it's not as cut and dry as people think. Like there were a lot of lives lost.
There was.
So, like
They
why?
literally got
You know who were the
abused,
first
you
ever
know,
slaves
neglected.
in history? Human history?
The first slave?
The first?
I know of the Jews being enslaved
It
for
was
fucking a long time. There's
I
some of the
remember
first
it was
mentions.
the Irish.
Well, I was gonna
The
say,
Irish.
was it between the Irish or the Jews?
Yeah,
What
it was
was
the-
it, the Irish potato famine?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the first?
They were the first slaves in history, human history.
It was either Irish or Scottish.
And it's normally religiously fueled. It's fucked up. They're just that region.
Well, it's a good
you know,
guys for,
fuck
Just-
their beliefs. We're just
for running your own plans.
Just like fucking Allah Akbar. Let's just fucking cut off people's heads and shit.
That's getting really political.
Yeah.
It's getting really deep.
So what was the other question on your fucking
Oh yeah.
list there?
Let's
Get
off
back to
the,
this track.
Oh yeah, how are we looking on time?
Oh, we're good.
Yeah,
We're
Oh, me too. Are we good?
40 in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
So I was Doug Stanhope.
local.
He was two people I've never heard of. I was one
What are
person
your
I've never
guys'
heard
like favorite local groups? No,
Me, I
not a lot of people think about that. It's something I was kind of like, hey, I've seen a lot of them over the years. What's the best act you can remember? The best show, like what do you remember?
locally, I mean, I don't have anybody that inspired me, but
Right.
I mean, my buddy Kill BZ.
Does it have to be
Right,
Olean?
Yeah, that's definitely.
Twin Tiers area.
Twin Tiers, yeah, Western New York, Western PA.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bradford,
Locally,
Smethport.
early 2000s, there was a lot of good up and coming
Right.
like new wave metal bands. And I remember Canto V was somebody we used to love playing with. Purple. Revelation 13. You probably know them.
I don't think I
No, not Revelation 13, not them. Division 48.
I don't think I've heard of them.
0.01.
0.1.
0.1. Dog Day Sunrise.
So, they were Jumphead.
There were a couple good ones. I can't
Names
even
are out there
like.
from
I wish I
Bradford.
could remember their names.
Screamin' Lou and the Blood Blisters, they're that bar band that always came around here. They
I've
were
heard of them.
fun. They were fun, man. They did a hell of a Black Betty just like everybody else.
It's such an odd song, but it's a good jam.
It's a fun drummer song.
Oh yeah.
So
Screamin' Lou, he's my number one already.
yeah, I got another one, and then I wanna start this new segment here. What best helps you put in a creative mood, a creative process?
Me?
Yeah, I'm starting.
Okay.
We've been doing that.
All right. So like motivationally, like
Like what? Okay, so you're in a funk. You get writer's block. What is
beat block.
what is the music? Yeah, what's the music that's gonna like help you
I like
funk?
I like
I
watching people make beats on YouTube, like just making like something banger,
Really?
something nice,
Observing
like,
it a little.
Okay,
Just
so it's
inspiring.
observing.
Yeah, it inspires me to just keep
Observing
going.
process.
You know, I'm like,
Okay.
damn, I want to do this. I want to make this beat
Yeah,
right
artists
now.
just draw inspiration from other artists.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not doing it, I mean, I once got shit for it. I was married once before, and I got shit for it once for like holy crap, I really admire the way this person plays. I want to learn some of those tricks. And and my ex-wife was like, "Oh, you're so unoriginal. How are you gonna learn like that?" I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, make me feel like crap for being inspired by the way somebody plays. It's insane."
Yeah,
It's
no.
pretty shitty.
No, you learn a lot. Like I'm trying to like make my own sound from these other producers. Like taking little bits and pieces and adding them in there, and like just doing my own thing.
So like
what
what
about
for my Valentine? They'd be like a good example of like new metal that used to listen to old metal. Like you draw
Right.
inspiration from other artists.
definitely?
And I also like to listen to like other kinds of music because it
Tribute?
helps with the you know, differentiations of like what I want to do, like, you know, like some of those beats that I have, like with the guitar samples in there and stuff, like, I really like those, you know. So like basically that was all about like
Do you
Pink Floyd and like, you know, shit like that.
Do you like to mix and match? So like, say you took like a trap beat and then threw like flamenco guitar over top, or like.
Oh, so like sampling?
Yeah.
I love sampling. That's my favorite thing to do, actually. I just picked it up like probably a couple months ago, and it's really easy
Isn't
now.
that so fun?
Yeah, it really is. I took the. Do you know what PUBG is?
Yeah.
Players on the battleground.
Yeah.
I took the music and the menu and I fucking made a beat out of
You
it.
did? I remember you showing that. That was
I remember hearing that.
That's pretty sweet.
That was cool.
I'm gonna grab a beer real quick, and then you're next,
Oh,
I'm gonna take a leak.
and then I'm gonna start that segment when you come back.
Okay.
are you guys editing any of this, or is this staying on?
No,
'Cause I can entertain.
I leave it live, man.
Wacky waving flailing arm guys. You know, that's the only thing in the world that creep me out. Are those things?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That's the only thing in the world that actually makes me uncomfortable. Like, not like super, but it's like, ugh. What the fuck is the point of this thing?
It's not natural, right?
Like, it just. Ugh.
It's like what you want.
That's the only thing in the world that makes me like. I can.
Fucking spaghetti monster.
It's like, come give me a hug.
So who's your, like, what do you do? Like, I've written a couple comedy routines, a couple skits.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like writing a song for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you're still trying to get back to that main storyline.
It's all literature.
So, well, like, do you listen to music if you're trying to get inspired, or do you like listen to
Sometimes.
comedians?
So my favorite, absolute 100% favorite radio station. So I usually listen to Spotify, so where I can save all my music
Okay.
and have it exactly where I want it. But if I need to find something new, I go into Pandora to Lindsay Sterling Radio, and she's this insane violinist, and like, but you get the craziest mixes that come on her station. So I'll use that because a lot of it's non-verbal. So I don't have to listen to lyrics. I don't have to hear any of it. It's all just music.
Focus on the sound.
Yeah. So you take that, you let that drive you, and then whatever you're working on, like you get 100% into it. You just bury yourself in it.
Right on.
I do the same thing when I'm writing lyrics. I don't know, a lot of people, some people write the music and then put lyrics to it.
Yeah.
I normally write the lyrics, or it's the other way around. Fucking lost it.
Yeah, I could never.
I write
lyrics,
songs
and I could
before
never
I
write
play.
lyrics
Like-
then music.
yeah,
write music
I write-
then
Like I
Yeah,
write the
nice.
lyrics to classical music. Like I like listening to classical music,
Okay.
and then like I can do it both ways because I play guitar too, so I can make a riff and then it's easy for me
Yeah,
to
that's
throw
pretty
lyrics in it.
sweet.
So I like doing it both ways, but it's interesting to see how people do it. You know what I mean?
I jot down and then I play. That's
Two
how I
different
do it.
kind of methods, I guess, to it.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
hard to
I mean,
explain, but
I really gotta like I like people that can like just do it right off the top of their head with no beat, just acapella, like that shit, and just flow like
That's
that.
hard.
I can't.
I feel like
I
that's like
freestyle.
your stand-up routine.
Yeah.
That's like the comedy. Like that's the most vulnerable. You know, you might as well be standing naked at that point,
There's
Well-
times where you have to,
right?
and then there's times where like a comedian will say something, and it's a complete setup for a crowd member to respond in a certain way because there's no other way for them
Right.
to respond. So once they respond, it's the comedian being like, okay, now I get to say something and pretend like it's happening right now, but it's completely staged. But there are times like I got hit last year. This drunk lady was just going ape shit during my set, and I was like, dude, you gotta shut up. Because I'm usually nice, and I'm like, hey,
Right.
could you please stop? I was like, dude, you gotta shut up. And like from there, she's like, oh, fuck you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, here we go. And like that's one of the times where you got to go off the top of your head, and
Yeah.
like I felt bad, but I was just ripped her right apart off the top of your head. Yeah, you have to be able to do it.
Yeah.
It's a necessary skill set if you're going to be a professional comedian. You've got to be able to kind of flip like whatever. Take a word, pretend it's a fucking tennis ball, and bounce it for a little while.
Yeah, that's an interesting analogy, DB. I feel it's the same way like a rapper performing live. And like a vocalist, that's something I worry about. Like, you got to have tools to kind of bring them back around in case you lose them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, high vocabulary. Too.
Everybody's got that in the back of their mind. You know what I mean? That's the shit that makes you sweat. But
Well, a lot of people think that
Be
they
good at it.
have to do it on a shit vocabulary. And if you only know one word that rhymes with potato, or something that's going to rhyme with it, then what good are you?
right.
Read the dictionary.
Right? good to be well versed.
The Wiggles did a pretty good job on that.
Oh, I
Hot
remember.
potato,
Alright,
hot
so
potato, and hot
I don't have a
tomato,
name for
and
this
hot
segment,
tomato.
but it's pretty much 4 random rapid questions. I'm just going to ask them. We can go with the same format. We'll go Hippie first,
Yep.
then you, Andrew. I'm just going to start.
So these rapid fire answers.
As quick as you can, like bam, bam. It's just whatever you feel.
Okay.
Kind of like a Jeopardy thing.
All right.
Yeah. You got that? You got that beat ready?
Buzz me and
Let me know when the beat's ready, because we'll end with that. Yeah,
You gonna do
yeah,
some
if you want.
freestyle?
Yeah, just don't summon the cops. I don't like that.
I don't try to.
Every time he's over, I'm like, Dean, summon the cops. Get on the drum set, summon them.
Perfect.
Call
They love
911. They'll
man.
do
They
it
keep
for you.
going, coming
Yeah,
back.
that was insane.
All right. So let's start. So imagine you got a magic lamp or some shit, and you can meet anyone in human history. You can do whatever you want with them. You only got 2 hours. Who would it be?
Metro Boomin.
Metro Boomin? Wow. You hear that, Metro?
Robin Williams.
Damn, it's Robin Williams. It's that,
Yeah, man. I'd love to hang out
I
with
grew
him.
up watching
He's just
those
fire
movies.
right off
Yeah.
the head, dude.
You talk about
Dana
inspiration,
Carvey, too.
man. Like, all right. For you, either like a studio or a venue, and for you, just wherever you'd like to perform your dream bit.
Yep.
Where do you guys dream of playing? Dream gig.
Studio.
Where at?
My own home studio.
Your own home studio.
Yes, sir.
Live
You got your own?
performance.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Just house party.
Yep. Just have a bunch
Fuck
of
yeah,
people
dude.
around drinking beer, smoking.
House parties are
Simple.
great. They don't happen anymore.
Simple dream. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Live shows.
That's
How about you?
All right, with music, it was fucking fill a stadium. With comedy, it's like small club, make it small, give me 100 people, let's talk.
Yeah.
Small club.
Just-
yeah.
Okay.
Up close and personal. Wow.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's cool. See, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting big, the garden or just.
Dude,
big,
that's what it was for
you
music.
know.
When I've did juniors out in Erie a couple months ago, like 300, 400 people, and it was just quiet. It was perfect. It was just
Yeah,
nothing. Incredible.
that is pretty cool.
I want to reiterate that just for a quick sec.
Yeah.
Basically, producers don't really perform that much, because they're in the studio.
Mhm.
Right.
So, that's kind of.
They don't get the
It's also
credit, man.
why, but I kind of would like to
Get that
learn
fucking
to
money,
be
bro.
a DJ,
They do. They make
and
good
perform
money.
like Metro does, because he makes beats and he can spin that shit and do all that
Do you
shit.
have a certain studio in mind? I'm not too familiar with many.
I mean,
as far as
Coachella
rock
and shit,
and
dude.
roll,
it's just my own
Hippie
home
Rock is
studio,
Hippie Fest.
just having my
Hippie
own
Fest.
home studio.
I would like to build one.
I would go to
someday.
Hippie Fest.
Yeah.
Oh, Hippie Fest, yeah.
Hippie Fest.
No, you just have your own young Hippie
Everyone's
Fest.
talking
Hippie,
Hippie Fest
yeah.
every year.
Young
Fuck yeah.
young Hippie Fest.
Throw it at the
By
state
the
park.
way, every one of these fucking ideas, you're welcome to. Oh no, Gargoyle Park, dude.
Gargoyle.
Right there.
True.
Bradner Stadium.
Bradner.
Bradner's would
that'd
be-
probably cost a lot. to
Honestly,
run
for me, that's my goal. I feel like if you play Bradner, you've kind
Dude,
of.
that would be
made
awesome
it
if they had an
locally. You've kinda
outdoors
done-
Played
live
at Bradner.
comedy.
I don't know. He's played Bradner.
Not this year, but
But
last
the
year.
the
4th of
Christian
July
ones?
lawn game,
No,
that'd be
it was
awesome.
4th of July.
it. Oh, nice.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish this up real quick.
Okay.
I'm so bad at getting off topic. It's weird, it's cigarettes.
You'll learn over episodes and episodes.
Yeah,
You'll fucking
granted,
you'll
to
reel
find
it
it,
in. You'll,
that's fine.
ADHD, man.
you'll,
On to the
yeah,
next.
you'll get a
10 second
format.
time.
So, who would you want to open for? Who would you want to work with and then perform with? I guess is my next
Murder
question.
Beats.
Murder Beats.
Murder Beats.
Okay. How about you? Who do you want to open for? You got your dream venue.
Kyle Kinane, I guess.
Top Main.
Yeah, we had another comedian, whatever. Kyle Kinane.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are ready for the next one. Gay for a day. Who's your gay for a day?
Gay for a day?
I don't understand. Who's my gay friend?
Yep.
I didn't come up with this question.
Well, you got better think of your third.
Gay for a day.
Man, that's woof.
Kim Jong Un.
That's yours.
Just
Rocket
think, all right,
Man.
okay, so look,
Chubby
check it out.
pussy.
Look, I'm usually gentle. I'm a gentle lover.
Okay. That's sweet.
Unless I don't need to be.
Like a
But
big
Kim
teddy
Jong-un-
bear.
don't need to be.
I'm sorry, but
He's
Kim
a big teddy
Jong-un.
bear. That's all
Can
it
I
is.
come back to the? In what case don't you need to be gentle? Like describe the venue you don't have to be gentle.
Oh, okay, I'll get that.
Okay.
So, Kim Jong-un,
I'm hooked. I'm interested.
and I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
know,
because
man.
not only
This ain't no
You
Sesame
gotta.
Street
will it be
stuff.
one of those, it'll be one of those times where you're not, you don't have to be gentle, and it'll be like after like a real rough day.
It's a
Like I'll be
little aggressive.
sweaty,
Are
gross,
we talking like
Like,
wives, hookers,
angry,
bar
fucking
fines?
pissed off, and I'm gonna ruin that man's asshole. And
Oh,
I'm-
we're still on. Okay.
No, we're talking Kim Jong Un,
Okay.
and I don't know what he's gonna yell. I won't understand it, but I will know I did some
point.
justice to this world
Yeah.
by fucking that man in the bum.
So you
So-
took a really bad situation and turned it into a world favor.
Yeah, man. You know what? I'm here for the.
That's some
people.
future
I
thinking.
love the. You know.
That's progress right there.
Did you
We
help
need more
end
of
the
that.
war?
Oh, you know what? Dennis Rodman is gonna help end that war. I gotta let him have it.
Dennis Rodman.
He's gonna help him. He's got that.
People forget how good of a basketball player he was.
He was.
I feel like that
He
night
was-
He was a really good drinker too.
Yeah,
he really good drinker.
He was fucking fire in Chicago, man. Pippen, Jordan,
Yeah.
all of Stockton,
Still a Hornets
Barkley,
fan.
Iverson.
Hornets.
Yeah, but MJ's my favorite because he was a Tar Heel.
Michael
and
Jackson?
that's the best college.
That's true.
No.
But mine is the best college. That's true. It wasn't
What's the
very-
best college?
Oh,
You think?
what
That's-
do
your
I
favorite?
think?
Yeah.
For basketball?
Oh,
Carolina, man.
Over you gotta like go to a sporting event. It's random. Where would you go?
sports. Oh man.
UT. Texas.
Yeah, dude, in
University
Austin.
of Texas.
Tar
Man,
Heels,
that's
man.
a. I
Hear
think
that?
I-
Carolina Tar Heels.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'd go to a UT.
UT
game.
and then okay, so we gotta find a Tar Heels UT game,
Oh,
and
UT
we'll go
all day,
we'll do
dude.
it up. I wouldn't mind watching
Maybe
Penn
we can all
State
play
play.
halftime show or something.
I've been to a Penn State game.
Have you?
Yeah,
Get right.
they're actually one of the. It's one of the biggest stadiums.
The only college
Is that
one I ever
College
went to
football.
was
It's actually
Clarion-
bigger
I
than
did not
some
know that.
NFL stadiums.
Clarion University in PA. It's in Clarion, PA.
Oh yeah. I was
So
like,
that's your day for a day.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
oh, you
man.
thought you were getting through this.
Fucking Vladimir Putin, I guess.
Wow,
That's
we're
another-
fucking
you guys
hitting
are
world
out.
leader.
He
Yeah,
likes
doing
the
us.
Putin and the
Yeah.
Putin.
We're in there.
Just
See,
putting my dick in
He's
ya.
helping the world. You're just like I gotta be near
Putin's
Putin.
nuts on
I
your
got
face.
us.
I'm supporting the world, I guess.
Now, would you like? Do you fantasize about like a spy scenario where he like breaks in and does like some
Yeah, is this
Like-
role play? Is this a role
role-play?
play
Yeah,
scenario?
no.
Like, do you Ethan Hunt your way down through the ceiling?
Can you buy the
Fucking-
costumes?
You have to
over
have some
at
night
Spirits?
vision
You know what I
goggles.
mean?
Can you buy your costumes at Spirits?
They have them too, I
You're
think.
gonna get raped by the Russian military now. Russian Secret Service.
They're gonna get you.
Coming
Fucking
for that.
North,
Fuck
You got the
you,
Koreans
USS.
the
coming
North
after
Koreans
you.
got something for my
I'm
team.
saying
I
Gerard
know,
Butler.
we're going to be living lives like Rocky
G-Butts?
Balboa.
Oh,
Gerard
yeah,
Butler.
G-Butts.
Yep.
Boy, it sure would have been nice to just hit a nice, all fucking,
Just a G-butt.
all pro
Nice
fucking beautiful face, wouldn't it? Oh, I
If
want to
you
do
can nail
justice.
Gerard Butler, you can nail anyone. I think.
What about you? No, he's got no
Yeah, who do you
questions.
got?
Fuck
Who do you got?
that. He has got no
Yeah,
questions.
give this
tonight.
motherfucker-
They have to be alive.
He's like, I'm
Give him a
Actually,
hard
a lot of
one.
the questions he asked.
Give him a
were
harder
stuff
one.
that I put in there.
Oh.
Not all of them.
Selling
He
me
did a
out.
lot, but I did have a couple. But
Selling me out.
honestly, I'd have to give it to Bean.
Honored.
Bean?
Honored.
Wow.
My last name's Bean.
That's one of the big.
First, my mind went to Mr. Bean, and I knew that couldn't be true. And then I remembered you
Who
said
could
you were
fuck
a
an
Bean.
Englishman though?
Huh?
Because then you have to have tea afterwards. No one drinks fucking tea unless you're sick. Or it's green tea. That's not English.
I like hibiscus.
Hibiscus? Yeah, I've had hibiscus tea. Rose petal.
Kind of
I
smells like
fucking
cough
love
syrup.
tea,
Like
dude.
little rose petal in that
Can
shit.
I state something real
Go
quick?
ahead.
They got really quiet when I said that.
I did. You're
It was
kicked out
awkward.
immediately. You're only allowed in practices and sets. You're not allowed in my house anymore.
Did he say sex or sex?
Sex. You're not allowed in my sex. I see you at the
Wait,
foot of
I
my
still don't know
bed.
what he's saying.
I just wanted to catch a little laugh. It's not real.
You-
It's not Facebook official.
And that's when
We don't do that shit no more, goddammit. We're
Right.
adults.
Right. So that was my
Oh shit.
my big segment there.
That was fun.
Is
Thank
there anything
you.
else you guys wanted to say or go over? I know you have something you're working on.
Yeah, I got a beat tape coming out. I want to drop it next month on 31st. but
Halloween?
yeah,
I like your style.
yeah, I wanna,
Yeah, man.
because it's
That's
gonna
spooky.
it's gonna be some some really creepy shit, dark trap beats.
Okay.
Keep us
Dude, that'd be
updated. I'll
awesome
have
if
to
you
get
did,
your
like-
information.
Yeah.
and I'll
Did like a
Jeez.
monster, like threw the
Some of that
monster
organ
mash
in
into
there.
that.
Like
Like
that
that's
shit.
something.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome.
I got a lot of good.
Or
I
like
got shit in my head.
Oh, yeah.
the Monsters theme song.
Yeah, I can do that.
Throw a
I
rap
didn't even
beat
think about
into
that.
it.
I didn't even think about
Yeah, my
that.
kids fucking love that.
And you are performing tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at Don's Friendly Tavern.
Yes, I also got a book coming out, a couple of movies.
Oh, really?
Is that family
I gotta do
friendly
my
or is that
research.
just adults?
It's
21?
like,
Or-
Oh, it's adult humor, dude.
Adult,
It's
okay.
yeah. Don't bring your church going grandmas to this stuff. Old ladies
No,
hate. my
bring your
fucking-
church
It's
going
not
grandmas
bingo.
over here.
It's not bingo.
Bring your grandmas to my place. After party.
I have an old. I have an.
Yeah.
I
It
do
all
have-
takes. How'd you think I found out about that angle?
So this really is a casting couch. It's
Oh,
just for
fuck.
different clientele. Old and dusty.
Brian ended up with a big collection.
I
of
can't
quilts.
afford leather. I had to go with a
Quilts.
hand-me-down. You guys play the accordion and shit too? They do. They play the church
Hillary
music when they
plays
come
the
over.
skin flute.
See, I advertise as a church. Like, come play my church organ. I throw my church organ.
You let people play with your organ?
All of them. It's like operation up in here.
Usually,
Yeah.
I let the alcohol companies play with my organs, and they always win.
Support me.
Sport me. Yeah, this has been the Studio Apartment Show. I'm Brian Lee.
I'm
Young Hippie.
Andrew Young.
Andrew Young.
Guy on the drums.
Fucking Dane Galloway on drums. Good night, everybody.